Hey folks, it's Thursday again, and as always, we're giving you some good gaming deals. Today we have a big roundup of deals under $5 on the PlayStation Store. These are the best deals I could find this weekend. If you like this type of video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content. By the way, I do have to mention that all of these games will be available until December 23rd. And with that said, let's get started. Starting off this list, we have Mad Max. This open-world action-adventure game is on sale until December 23rd for 75% off. That brings the price down to just $4.49. Now, it goes without saying, I'm a big fan of this game. It just nails the Mad Max atmosphere. Wasteland is desolate and unforgiving. Your car is extremely important. Battling rival vehicles and taking out encampments is a blast. And well, battling is fun too. The hand-to-hand combat, it's solid. Think of a more stripped-down version of Batman Arkham Asylum combat within a Mad Max baked sensibility. To be honest, it's such a unique game experience. Even all these years later, there's not much that gives you these thrills, debris-filled post-apocalyptic road racing. So if you want a good, fun, solid, and unique deal, this is one to grab before December 23rd. Another good one for just a few bucks is Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. 85% off, bringing it down to just $4.49. Rogue is often regarded as one of the cooler Assassin's Creed games. It's set during the 7 Years' War. You play as Shay Patrick Cormac, an assassin who eventually defects to the Templars, turning against his former brothers. The game has a unique hook because you actually hunt down assassins. The storyline is a bit more direct than your typical Assassin's Creed stuff. Some people like it, some people don't, but I think that's what sets it apart and makes it interesting. Plus, the naval combat introduced in Black Flag is back here, and they've really nailed life at sea in this one. The remastered improves graphics and performance, so it's definitely worth checking out when it's on sale at such a low price. Moving on, if you've never played the modern Doom reboot from 2016, you need to. And right now, it's on sale for just $3.59, an 80% discount. This is one of those games that really blew me away back when it released. The single-player campaign is this perfect combination of nostalgia and just great game design. Feeling like it brought back that old-school shooter gameplay we grew up with. You run, you gun, you rip and tear through hordes of demons with brutal finishing moves, and you do it all to a heavy metal soundtrack, which, honestly, for me personally, makes me want to go to the gym every time I hear it. I highly recommend this because the campaign alone is worth it for the price. Now, I'm still not sure if this or Doom Eternal is better, but for the price right now, you can decide. Now, if you're looking for another open-world game on the cheap, Far Cry 4 is also on sale until December 23rd for just $2.99. It's 85% off. For me, this is one of the best Far Cry games. It really stands out with a villain like Pagan Min. He steals the show every time he's on screen, and for many, it's hard for him to top them from Far Cry 3, but he comes pretty close. The gameplay here is also extremely refined, offering great gunplay with an incredible sprawling sandbox map full of villages, wildlife, and chaos. There are endless side activities, interesting characters to meet, and story choices to make between two different factions, which I won't spoil here, but each option is pretty compelling. You can also tackle enemy outposts however you want with use of a wingsuit and a grappling hook. It gives you plenty of options for traversal. Prepare to meet some tigers though. It still feels like a step forward from Far Cry 3 that isn't talked about enough. It's not a huge evolution or anything, but it's definitely a bit more. Next, if you want something more fun or family-friendly, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is just $4.49 right now, 90% off. This game is basically Nickelodeon's attempt at Smash Brothers. You get to beat the hell out of a bunch of awesome Nickelodeon characters. You got SpongeBob SquarePants, Ninja Turtles, Powder Toast Man, freaking Aang from Avatar, Nigel Thornberry. The format here should feel familiar. It's 4-player free-for-all combat in themed arenas. In terms of content and presentation, it's not quite as polished as Smash Brothers. This was more of like a budget title, but credit where it's due, the fighting mechanics are actually a bit more technical and surprisingly solid. Some movement and attacks feel a bit different, but they're punchy and satisfying with a bit more depth for competitive players. So if you like these characters, especially for just a few bucks, you could do a lot worse. Along with other family-friendly games, Moving Out is another great deal right now, 80% off at just $4.49. This is a cooperative moving simulator, which we'll try to explain it to you. Basically, you and up to 3 friends control the movers. The goal is to load all the items from a house or building onto a moving truck before the time runs out. The fun comes from figuring out how to carry huge objects with multiple players like a couch or sofa, or how to navigate tricky areas and get things down stairways or through tight corridors. This is one of those games where communicating, working together, and often making the dumbest decision possible is the best strategy. It's chaotic, it's silly fun, and at $4.49, it's worth grabbing, especially if you have friends or family nearby. And this one is also on sale until the 23rd this month. Next up, we also have a deal that some of you anime fans might be happy about: One Piece Burning Playing Blood. This is 90% discount, bringing it down to just $3.49. This fighting game lets you use many key characters from the beloved anime series One Piece. So you've got Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Sanji, all the Straw Hat crew, plus a bunch of memorable bad guys all thrown in. The core of the game is your kind of standard 3 versus 3 arena fighting game. It's got some over-the-top flashy moves. It's not one of the greatest fighting games or anime games of all time by any means. Usually it's around average, but it's probably just still really fun if you love One Piece, or you want to see these characters look really cool and go all out. For this price, it's just like a perfect case, especially even for a hardcore fan. It's not revolutionary, but it can be decent fun. It captures the spirit of the series, and that's all you might need as a consumer. Up next is The Sinking City. This Lovecraftian detective game is 90% off, bringing it down to just $4.49. This game puts you in the shoes of a private investigator exploring the fictional city of Oakmont in the 1920s. Here, the city is flooded, infested with sea creatures and folks who have gone insane thanks to mysterious cosmic influences. The gameplay here leans kind of more into investigation, so you'll need to actually explore crime scenes, gather clues, question citizens, and make deductions. They kind of emphasize using your tools and using your brain. Of course, there is some action thrown in here when things get really weird, but the atmosphere is what really sets this apart. Oakmont is deeply creepy and unsettling, and it really nails the Lovecraftian vibes of madness lurking beneath the surface. For $4.49, it's definitely worth a look for horror fans, even if it's a bit weird and janky. Next, if you're looking for another family-friendly thing, LEGO City Undercover is 91% off and will only cost you $4.94. This is like a lighthearted version of LEGO Grand Theft Auto. It's set in a huge open-world LEGO city. You get to run around, explore, drive vehicles, blow stuff up, there's platforming, and lots of goofy missions to tackle. What's great here is that unlike most LEGO games, it's not based on any movie franchise. It's kind of more original. It's got its own story and characters, so it doesn't spoil any movies or try to retell stuff you've already seen. It's perfect for kids or anyone who just enjoys that LEGO game type of fun, because the LEGO game formula is usually pretty spot on. Getting this huge game with hundreds of collectibles for under $5 though is just good. This deal also ends on December 23rd, so scoop it before then. Another great under $5 deal is Never Alone. Now this is just a short but sweet puzzle platformer, heavily inspired by the Alaskan Native folklore and stories. The game was made in consultation with the Inupiat community, which makes the cultural details authentic and really respectful. It's a really nice thing to see in a video game. Gameplay-wise, you control a young girl named Nuna and her fox companion, solving environmental puzzles in the harsh Alaskan wilderness. It's got beautiful art style and a calm, haunting atmosphere, making it a memorable experience. And it even includes real cultural documentaries and interviews, so there's educational value on top of the fun gameplay. It's only $4.59 right now, and a really good one to play, especially in co-op with someone else where you can each control a character. Now this one might not be for everyone, but it's definitely something different and a good recommendation. Next up, Evil Genius 2 World Domination is a rare mix of strategy, simulation, and humor all bundled together, and it's 90% off, just $3.49 this week. In this game, you build and manage your own secret evil lair. It's like a Bond villain sandbox. You have to hire henchmen, train minions, expand your lair's facilities, and come up with fun, overdoing loyal traps to stop any meddling spies or law enforcement. When things go bad, you can pull off world sabotages to make things worse, all to help support your big plans for world domination. You get to choose which evil genius you want to play as, and then how you want to build your secret fortress. It's one of those management games where you spend less time setting up intricate defenses. It has silly spy movie parody cutscenes and soundtrack, but it still has some good strategy that makes it a full-on game. It's a fun game for less than $5. And lastly, as a bonus for you, BioShock 2 Remastered is also just $4.99, a 75% discount, bringing you back to the incredible world of Rapture made famous in BioShock 1. This game puts you in the Big Daddy suit this time and lets you use up humongous drill and machine gun, along with a lot of other awesome weapons, which to be honest was something that we always wanted in the first game and we finally got here. The enemies are crazier than ever. The story is pretty underrated among the BioShock games, but it's still definitely pretty compelling. This is another fantastic first-person shooter at a crazy low price, just a must-grab for anyone who enjoyed the first BioShock game at all. Although to be fair, there are some detractors to BioShock 2. Some people don't like it. I still think it's great, man. So those are some great deals under $5 right now on the store, guys. If you like this type of video, hit that like button and subscribe if you wanted to stay up to date with more content like this.